Rule number one, I can't kill anybody.
Yeah, so don't ask.
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of a new isometric rogue titled Ravenswatch. Another name for this game would be Curse of the Dead Gods 2, which was an excellent title, by the way. Now I've already covered this game in the past, but I thought today we should revisit it because of this. Release date April 6th, 2023. Yes, this game drops in 2 days, or maybe by the time you're watching this, it's already out. Fallen heroes of the old folk tales and legends, you are on the verge of a crucial battle against a nightmare invading and corrupting your world. A roguelike action game from the creators of Curse of the Dead Gods, playable solo or, drumroll, online co-op. And we all know how much you like playing with friends online. Now, Ravenswatch is a game that has piqued my interest, mainly because of how much I liked Curse of the Dead Gods. And the fact that we're kind of getting a sequel to that is pretty exciting. On top of that, if there is any Darkest Dungeon fans out there, which I enjoy Darkest Dungeon 1 and 2 immensely, this is the same visual style as those, just obviously in an isometric view, okay? Not a lot I actually want to cover on the Steam page. I will link it in the description. But what we're going to do is do a quick reaction, 5 minutes to a playthrough that IGN did. And we're off.
Ravenswatch is a particularly unique take on the familiar concept of a roguelike RPG, which puts its cast of heroes at the forefront. Pulled from the pages of classic fairy tales and given a dark fantasy twist, these heroes band together to vanquish an encroaching force of powerful nightmares.
Look, it's Lagon's tentacles. Does it kind of look like that? Sorry.
Creatures, or die trying. Coming from the creators of the sleeper hit Curse of the Dead Gods, Ravenswatch left me feeling intrigued after an extended hands-on time with the closed alpha, which put a hero-centric spin on the good old-fashioned dungeon crawler.
Ravenswatch.
Pulling from fairy tales such as Little Red Riding Hood, Beowulf, and the Snow Queen, you'll learn the ins and outs of your chosen hero as they explore a Diablo 2-style overworld and unlock their latent abilities to purge the land of malevolent corruption.
You see what they always do? Buzzwords. It's a Diablo-esque. It's not like Diablo.
Ravenswatch sticks close to the formula of a dungeon crawler, but it hones its focus more into an adventure game that has a larger goal to accomplish.
Look at the bard.
With each chapter taking place across 5 days, the main goal of your multi-day jaunt is to build up enough power to be on equal footing with the stage's end boss, allowing you and other party members to take them down and move on to the next phase of the quest. What impressed me most from my time with the closed alpha was the cast of heroes. Seeing these characters I've read about in childhood live out that sword and sorcery fantasy is such a fantastic premise for a roguelike RPG, and they each have such clever design choices at work. For instance, the character Scarlet, inspired by Little Red Riding Hood, actually has 2 play styles in one. During the day, she's an agile rogue that can toss bombs, but during the night, she transforms into a werewolf who can pummel and tear enemies apart.
That's pretty cool. Come on.
While the roster falls into classic archetypes like the close-range brawler or zoning magic slinger, their personalities and narrative touches also shape their playstyles. For instance, the Pied Piper uses his enchanted flute and swarm of rats to attack foes from afar, allowing him to lead enemies away, weaken their defenses with his spells, and then pick them off with his music. Another standout was Aladdin, who's presented as an agile brawler type who can hack and slash through foes. But when he needs to call in an assist, he can summon the genie to beat down the opposition and even grant Aladdin one of 3 precious wishes to support the party or wipe out surrounding enemies.
Whoa, that was a perfect pause on my count. Look at that. There's the genie. I was literally just about to say, where's the genie? Aladdin.
The most surprising standout to me was Melusine, a mermaid and siren that can strike at enemies with water magic. Yes, you can step into the role of the character that inspired The Little Mermaid in this dark fantasy action RPG, and she's awesome to play as.
She
As the
swims.
most technical character of the roster, her attacks plant her firmly into position as you use the siren song to attack enemies, and you'll need to slink away when
it's like
an
a channeling
adversary gets
ability.
too close. After you've taken out enemy encampments, raided small dungeons, and beaten mini-bosses over the 5 in-game days, the chapter's boss awakens from its slumber. These battles are hectic, blending elements of bullet hell games with Hades' dynamic boss encounters. Even with a fully decked out hero, the chapter-ending boss encounters will test your reflexes and the mastery of your character's skills. When it all comes together, Ravenswatch is a fun romp that shows some incredible personality,
Ice Queen.
but it can frequently feel unforgiving during some runs. Just one wrong move in your dungeon crawl can lead to disaster for your journey, whether in solo or
Come on,
in a
Aladdin.
party,
You got to get out of the
death
way.
comes and with a limited number of revives, you can easily run through them trying to salvage a run gone bad. Generally, I felt the difficulty had struck the right balance between fair and challenging, but there were particular runs where I thought I had just stepped into a giant death trap rather than a sprawling overworld. Furthermore, there was also a lack of direction for opportunities, which made it easy to wander into areas where you are easily outmatched. Those frustrations aside, I still felt that thrilling sense of empowerment from dungeon crawlers, which is made all the more satisfying when seeing the cool cast of fairy tale characters dish out pain
Ice
to
Queen looks the
enemies.
most boring for sure.
Much like Supergiant Games' Hades, Ravenswatch's positioning as an early access game puts it in a great place where it can really refine its core mechanics and flesh out its fantasy world. With more characters and gameplay updates coming following its early access launch, there's so much potential with Pastech Games' promising next step into an action RPG. It's already off to an enthusiastic start.
Oh, we got a little action RPG call out there. Why aren't the rats attacking? Seems like a perfect necro character. Minion character, sorry.
And seeing the world and its gameplay evolve has gotten me excited to see just where Ravenswatch will go from here. For more on the latest action RPGs, don't miss our hands-on...
No, we got 2 call outs for action RPG. All right, Ravenswatch. If it's anything like Curse of the Dead Gods, it should be pretty fun. And just like Curse of the Dead Gods, it is going to be challenging, but I don't like hearing that you don't know where you're going. We're not playing D4 where we don't have a map overlay. Sorry, D4. I shouldn't have said that. That wasn't very nice. All in all, following this game for over a year, watching that gameplay and that breakdown, I feel like this game looks pretty good. And I think this game might be fun to stream. I don't know. I want to know your opinion. What do you think? If I had to pick between the classes they showed, I think I would go Aladdin. I want that genie to come out and grant me one of 3 wishes. What was your favorite class? Ravenswatch, do you think this is a game you'll play? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. 2 asks at the end of this video. Ask number 1, I'm hoping today is the day I have earned your subscription. Hoping today is the day you make the decision to push that little red button. I would really appreciate it. It really does help the channel. But again, only if you think I deserve it. Ask number 2, check out my Patreon. Thank you to the first 56 members that have signed up. Become an instant ARPG VIP and get Patreon exclusive content at the first link in the description. Weekly blog post, weekly podcast, access to the VIP lounge so you could chit chat with me every day, chance to win custom merch, chance to stream, special title, lots of goodies. First link in the description. That's all I've got. Hopefully you're entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.